Enough of this. Glad you can join us, and welcome to the P.G.M show. Hello, welcome to the P.G.M show. I'm your host, P.G.M McKinnon. Welcome to episode 9 of The Last of Us, the finale. Yes, it is and was so brilliant. I'm looking forward to season 2. It had all the hallmarks of just brilliance, and we'll be talking about it. Well, not we, we'll be talking about it with you after this sweet little interlude music of the beginning. Join me for The Last of Us HBO original series review. Right, episode 9, let's get into it, shall we? Episode 9, yes, just a masterpiece, and really overall, this whole series was a masterpiece of storytelling, directing, and taking things out of the game into the series, and it was just so good to watch, so fun to watch, even with the dark content and very sad survival of the fittest, factions killing other factions in the game anyway, and not so much in the series, but they still have that same connotation really to be that. I mean, Joel in this episode goes after Ellie, and he's and it's the Fireflies, and he's in confrontation with Marlene, he's in confrontation with this faction called the Fireflies to save Ellie, but we'll get there. And then you have the love for Ellie and Joel really to be reunited at last. No, I'm not going to sing. And just that beautiful, charming story that flowed and ebbs and flowed over the course of 9 episodes in Ellie and Joel's relationship. And really coming off the episode 8 being Ellie killing David brutally in the game and in the series, really... This episode really revolves around Ellie, not so much Joel, as we get to the final episode. And let's talk about the game aspect of this episode and the chops and changes from the game, but really having the majority of this episode 9, having... Alright, after Ellie brutally killed David in the lodge where he tended his flock, you might say, and tended his flock, I mean he was a cult leader, and I saw the banner up there in the game as well. So I didn't know that was actually my first time actually seeing that. I've been playing the game for so long, and that when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah. Anyway, and really the next day they've walked probably for miles to actually get to find the Fireflies hospital, and so they're in the vicinity of nearing the hospital. So but they've got a few wee ways to go, and here is Joel saying something to Ellie, and Ellie is not comprehending. She can't hear him. There's a effect of mold or just a nullified noise that she can't. She's like, you know, you can hear but you can't hear. It's deafness almost. And Joel gets her attention again, and the third time she answers, and she's in a state of mind of shock still, a PTSD kind of feeling that she's taken a life, and she really had to do it because it's her survival. She would have died anyway. If David got his way, he would have killed her outright. And because maybe he could be a bit of shit scared, he might have actually been infected by her. Maybe not knowing, but also maybe the fact that really she has to die, or this whole thing's going to come out in the wash, let's say. I'm speculating here, but overall, Ellie is very sullen, very quiet, very introverted at this time. Not like Ellie, really, to be closed off. So with their newfound relationship, their newfound caring relationship like father and daughter, Joel has this caring affection, and he tries to get Ellie to actually think about something else, get her off the topic of this horrific nightmare she's just been through. As they walk through the street covered in overgrown trees, moss, bushes, brush, cars, derelict cars, cop cars, you name it, it's just derelict. It's everywhere. It's broken freeways or motorways, as we call them here in New Zealand. Anyway, beside the point. Joel says, and he offers quite sweetly, quite kindly, that he, plays the guitar. He used to play the guitar and he used to sing a wee bit. And as I recollect, and then he would teach Ellie, and that's very sweet, very kind to get her out of the memories, the bad, horrific memories that she's just been through again. And then as they walk to go under this car park where they have to go under, then it's gameplay, it's game on. But as they get to a certain point, there is another bit of storyline that really I think I missed. I don't know whether it's here. Please comment down below if it's here and it's just changed, because I think it has changed dramatically in the episode 9 of this nice, calming father-daughter talk, and because in the game Joel's talking about how this all became all these tents erected for survivors, and it was all just chaos. And Joel's telling Ellie how it all became and how it all finished up, and there was just, death all around and people trying to survive. And as to this, Ellie turns around and gives Joel his daughter's picture of him and her together, and it's so nice, it's so beautiful in the sense of Joel. He doesn't want to talk about this with Ellie, and that was another through line of the game, and another through line of really the whole episodic of The Last of Us HBO original series. And Joel, reluctant and scared to talk about Sarah, but at this moment in time, this absolutely sweet moment as to saying Ellie took this photo, basically stole this photo from Tommy and gives it to Joel, and she gives these beautiful words to Joel about his loss of his daughter Sarah, and Joel just accepting the photo in kindness, and not berating Ellie for it, but just kindness and saying thank you, and the understanding where they have now with each other is just a father and a daughter. And this is the fact that really everybody should be taken away from to it when you see season 2, that Joel has got a second chance of being a father figure to a daughter. As the story continues and the game continues, that they have to weed in and out and down and through various places, and in the game sense, Joel and Ellie get to a point that they nearly drown, and who is waiting for them? The fireflies. Joel gets knocked out. Ellie has probably now been unconscious for a while and is brought, and we don't see it at first, but she's brought and she's on a gurney or a operating table. We don't see that, of course. We see the conversation of Joel and Marlene and a guard, and Marlene laying down the law that really Ellie's the one. Marlene knows Ellie at this point. She's been with Ellie since she was a little baby, and that's where Anna comes into it, because Anna is her real birth mother. To say that, now when Marlene is explaining to Joel the base of this question, this answer of Marlene's giving Joel, is that Joel doesn't understand. He just thinks it's going to be an injection. She's just going to be taking blood or something like that, and being the transfusion or something like that. Anyway, that's what his mind went to. Maybe I'm speculating, but that's what I heard as well. That really the terminology here is that she has to die because it's this fungi, this anti, because she's it's ingrained in her whole body, and it means her brain as well, and that means that she has to die for people to live. That does not take with Joel. Joel is being explained to Marlene that's the bottom line. They can't do anything for her, so that is it. Plain simple. Down the line, bottom line again. Joel is up in arms. You just can't do that to her, and there's a guard there. He tries to actually demand, I want to see her, take me to her, but Marlene refuses, and guard hits him, and then Marlene gives Joel an out. She says to the guard, take him to his pack, and then let him be on his way. But Joel doesn't not want to do that, and then Joel, when he's been let out by the guard because Marlene is gone, probably gone to see the doctor at this point. Well, no, she's back from the doctor, isn't she? Sorry, that's wrong there. But anyway, that I'll get that point. Right. I apologise for that. I apologise for that. And then he sees his pack because he walks past it, and then all hell breaks loose. All hell breaks loose, and then he's gunning down all the Fireflies who are basically in the way to getting Ellie out of this situation that really, he doesn't want this to happen. So when he gets to that point, he kills the surgeon, the doctor in charge, and then frees and gets the tubes, takes out the tubes from Ellie's body, picks her up, and runs out. But there stands Marlene in the car park, and she's saying to Joel, "You'll never get away with this. You'll be hunted down, and really, we will get what we want. There's a cure. There's no question to that." And then Joel shoots Marlene, and then puts Ellie in the car. Next minute you see the car is driving with Ellie in the back, still got her gown on, and I think she asks Joel what's going on, and then he says that Joel lies to Ellie, and this is important as well. Joel lies blankly to Ellie, says that there are more people with the antivirus in them, and that really you weren't the only one, and there are more out there, and then they decided to let you go. And then that's blatantly, I'm paraphrasing it, of course, and then we go back to Marlene in this sense, and then as Joel comes out with laying Ellie in the back seat of the car, comes back at Marlene, pleads Joel not to actually kill her. Please, don't do this to Joel. Don't do this to Ellie. And then she says, and then Marlene says that they'll just come for you. Again, they won't stop. And then, and then Joel just points to the gun and says, you just won't stop. Kills Marlene dead right there in the car park. And then, so I'm gonna go on from here, and I'm gonna just explain to you how really that game has just, it's like these guys, Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann, have just actually lifted all that from the game aspect of that and placed it in intricately, with one exception, and that's the start of episode 9, which is a really good start, and it's good to see this character be played by the actress who played Ellie, and anyway, we get there, and how it really is so good. And again, I must say this is a masterpiece between these guys, and that's why it's so good and so popular and so sorry, breathe through my mouth, and it just is a masterpiece. Anyway, here's the. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the HBO series. Okay, HBO series. Well, in particular, episode 9. This really correlates more with the game this episode, except for one conversation, and that's with Ellie and Joel when they get to a way station that is abandoned now, that really Joel comes out of his shell, lends his heart to Ellie and talks about Sarah really, and really makes Ellie think that, yeah, you know, this is a father-daughter relationship now, here today, and for the love for each other, even when they're in dire need of not being together, they are together, if that makes sense at all. They realize each other, they need each other in this, and that makes it so much more emotional, the attachment to actually survive each other, to survive what they're going through, and to actually maybe, and that's what Ellie feels that she must do. And there's another conversation they have in this episode when she gets to the realization that, yeah, she needs to do this. She needs to be with Joel, and she'll go at any length to be with Joel until the day she dies. But really, she needs to do what she needs to do, is to save people. And if, you know, she doesn't know, Joel doesn't know if this is going to be her ultimate sacrifice in her own death. But then we get down to the line in this episode that, yes, it's going to be fatal. It's, you know, this is not an operation. This is kind of the cells, the fungi, the virus is coming from her brain. So this is her inevitable death on an operating table. As grim as that sounds, that is really not Joel's and Ellie's story. It doesn't end there. As we all know and played or have been now introduced to the story goes that, as I'm getting to it now, I'm getting to it very quickly. There is gameplay in this. Be it Joel getting his guns out and gunning down the fireflies in the hospital just to get Ellie. And this is brilliant because the muffled mold sounding of deafness and even music plays a big part in this whole entire rescue, if you will, if you want to say that, of Ellie being killed unnecessarily to actually get a virus out of her. That's what he thinks. So he has to actually go and find her, and he knows where she is, and that means that killing needlessly and coldly, in this sense of Joel, he will do this, even if he eventually gets down to rescuing and taking the IVs out of her arms, and then takes her in his arms and goes in search of the elevator, and goes down and then meets up with Marlene standing there, and then the discussion or the argument or the conversation, heated as it is, that if Joel does decide to do this, and he will, and he did, he will be hunted down because of it. And that's detrimental to his health, and maybe Ellie's health. Who knows? Basically his. And that's what leads on to The Last of Us 2. And then, really, Joel has no compunction. He just fires a shot into Marlene's stomach and then puts her in the car, goes back, and then shoots Marlene. Bang, that's it. Joel tells Ellie a lie, and that stems from the last little bit of the whole entire integral sense of the story, as he tells that lie again with Ellie asking the question.
You fucking animal!
Harry, shut the hell up! Come on, baby girl. I got you. I got you. Oh, shit.
You can't save her. Even if you get her out of here, then what? How long before she's torn to pieces by a pack of clickers? That is, if she hasn't been raped and murdered first.
It ain't for you to decide.
It's what she'd want. And you know it. Look. You can still do the right thing here. She won't feel anything. What the hell am I wearing?
Just take it easy. Drugs are still wearing off.
What happened?
We found the fireflies. Turns out there's a whole lot more like you, Ellie. People that are immune. There's dozens, actually. Ain't done 'em a damn bit of good, neither. They've stopped looking for a cure. I'm taking us home. I'm sorry. like we're walking. Should be a straight shot through here.
All right.
Actually kind of pretty, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right. Now watch your head going through.
Here. I got it.
Feeling my age now. Don't think I ever told you, but Sarah and I used to take hikes like this. I think the two of you would have been good friends. I think you really would have liked her. I know she'd have liked you.
I bet I would have.
Go. Look down there. Just a little bit further now. Take your hand. All right, come on.
Hey, wait. Back in Boston, back when I was bitten, I wasn't alone. My best friend was there, and she got bit too. We didn't know what to do. So, she says, let's just wait it out. You know, we can be all poetic and just lose our minds together. I'm still waiting for my turn.
Ellie.
Her name was Riley, and she was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
None of that is on you.
You don't understand.
I struggled for a long time with surviving. And you, no matter what, you keep finding something to fight for. Now, I know that's not what you want to hear right now.
Swear
but
to me. Swear to me that everything that you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay?
Well, a little correction. I may have got one thing wrong. That Joel, for the purposes of his lie, he said there really wasn't a point looking anymore for anybody like Ellie. So, regardless of the line, he's basically said that, well, if there's someone to look for, they're not looking for Ellie. And for another cure, for another person who has the cure. What did I say? I think I said something along the lines of, I don't know. Comment down below and see what I said. I don't know. Don't. It's entirely up to you. I think I might have just corrected myself right here and now. So anyway, I'm gonna play the other one on HBO series, and it's got a little bit of a difference. Anyway, here it is.
There you go. Not much further now.
Hey, wait.
Back in Kansas City, you asked me about the first time I killed someone. When I got bit in the mall, I wasn't on my own. My best friend was there, and she got bit too. We didn't know what to do, and she says, we can just wait it out. Be all poetic and just lose our minds together. And then she did. And I had to. Her name was Riley. She was the first to die. And then it was Tess. And then Sam.
That's not on you.
I know it.
Look, sometimes things don't work out the way we hope. You can feel like you've come to an end. And you don't know what to do next. But if you just keep going, you find something new to fight for. And maybe that's not what you
Swear to
need.
me. Swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
So, with the slight change in dialogue and the story, Ellie gives her story about Riley, but there is a slight differences, but still it remains to be the same as to the whole picture. And this whole picture is that. It's really, Joel gets a second chance. Joel saves life, but really, he's kind of saving himself, to be frank here, selfish in a way. Ellie could have saved lives, the whole world, but Joel seemingly didn't want that. He just wanted a second chance for a second time for a daughter, as he lost his a young daughter and this whole lead up to it. Anyway, that's my opinion, but the thing is that this whole thing is really about Joel, and when you get down to it, he's killed a lot of people. And Last of Us 2, really, spoiler alert, probably not, he pays the price. And really, Ellie's just left to actually live with the whole story of that lie. Anyway, with the magnificent music of Gustavo, probably going to butcher this, Santaolalla. I butchered that, sorry, I apologise. Beautiful sounding music of the game, and he got brought back to be the composer of the series. This episode is it until next couple of years, I think. I did have the date on me, but I don't. Anyway, that's it. That is it. That's the finale of the HBO series of The Last of Us. I really hope you enjoyed my prattle on, my waffle on, my babbling, and my mistakes. We all make them, and my corrections. But I love the story. It's a lovely, beautiful, brutal survival story, but of a life that has been lived again in survival mode, most of it, with the factions of fighting themselves, killing coldly in a sense, people losing their lives for loved ones, and then you've got the clickers and the bloaters and the infected around the whole entire place. that's really not the story at the moment. The story at the moment is Joel and Ellie fighting for survival, and then Last of Us 2 brings another dynamic in this whole saga. And who's really going to survive of the whole entire world that Neil Druckmann has made, and now Craig Mason has made? Who's the sole survivor? Really, well, no one really wins in the entirety of this saga and the saga to come, Last of Us 2. Anyway, say what you will of this the story, whether you like it or not. It is a beautiful story. I love it. I love playing this game. It's one of my ultimate favourite games to play, 1 and 2. And I really hope 3 comes along very quickly. It probably won't, in a few years' time. But that will just top it off brilliantly, I think, because of now this whole HBO series is now gone, and it's going to be Last of Us 2 is coming in a couple of years' time, maybe a year's time, who knows. But anyway, enough of me again prattling on. I hope you have enjoyed my talking about it, my review from Go to Woe. This has been a joy to bring you on the P.G.M show, and give me a thumbs up, or don't give me a thumbs up, it's up to you. Like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification for more of reviews like this on shows that I love. Anyway, take care of yourselves out there in the big wide world. Please be safe wherever you are, and until I see you next time, see you later. Oh, before I forget, yes, I remember. Please comment down below on this video and tell me what you think, if you enjoyed it or you didn't, or I'm just a rambling mess. Who knows? You could have liked it. Now I'm babbling again. But anyway, please comment down below for a 100 subscriber thank you prize draw. Searching for words here to say again thank you very much. And how this is gonna go, I am going to draw the winning name from a random comment maker off the internet, and then one subscriber can win. So can win a fantastic prize, and I will show you the prize, and I'm gonna do this on Friday next week, or this week coming, and it should be a lot of fun. Okay, so be on the lookout for that on Friday. Might be live or pre-recorded. Who knows? I've got to make my mind up on that one. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen and Jimmy Jims under the rims, please, again, comment on this video for 100 subscriber thank you prize draw. And until then, again, stay safe, take care,